All right, looking at your homework worksheet number 69. Okay, problem number one asks you to write an equation in standard form of the line that contains the point 2,9 and is parallel to the line y equals 3x. All right, so parallel is your key word there. That means your slope's going to stay the same. Okay, so we're going to start with 3 over 1 equals, and then you're going to use the point that was given to you. So y minus 9 and x minus 2. All right, so our next step is always to cross multiply and distribute. All right, and then since it wanted it in standard form, okay, that means we want x and y together on the left-hand side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my x over, and he's going to become negative. Move my 9 over, he becomes positive. And then the problem that I have here is I have a negative x. We can't have a negative x in standard form. So I'm going to change the sign of everything. So it should be, bearing my board, 3x minus y equals negative 3. All right, problem number, real quick, on problem number 2, it does say perpendicular. So on problem number 2, it's not one of the ones I'm going to work out, but on problem number 2, you were given your equation was negative 1/3 x minus 5. So your slope right now is negative 1/3. So when you do the perpendicular, you're going to use positive 3 over 1. So that's how you'll set up problem number 2. All right, problem number 3 gave you 3 points. They wanted you to, first of all, we know we want it in slope-intercept form. Okay, they want to pass through point B. So this is the point we will use for our equation, but they want to know that it's parallel to AC. So A and C are what we're going to do to find the slope. So negative 3 minus 5, 0 minus negative 2. Gives me negative 8 over 2, which gives me negative 4 over 1. So since it's parallel, we'll keep the slope the same. So we'll still use negative 4 over 1, but then we're going to go back and use point B. Slope-intercept form this time, we're still going to cross multiply the same way. So y minus 8 is going to equal negative 4x plus 12. Okay, make sure that negative 4 goes to the x and to the negative 3. And then in slope-intercept form, we just want to get y all by itself, so I'm going to add 8. So my answer should be y equals negative 4x plus 20. Problem number 4 is basically exactly the same. It does want it in standard form. That's the only difference there. It is still parallel, so you're good. All right, 5, 6, and 7 are your write the equation of a line given the root problems. Okay, so remember we always start with x equals our numbers, and then we rearrange those. So this is going to come over here and over here. So that gives me x plus 9 and x minus 2. Making an equation, make sure you set it equal to 0. And then we distribute. So that should give us a final answer of x squared plus 7x minus 18 is equal to 0. All right, I did skip number 6, but I am going to do number 7. So the way that you'll do number 7 is very similar to how you'll do number 6 with that bottoms up on those fractions. Okay, so I'm going to start again with moving these over so it changes their signs. So that gives me x plus 1/5 and x plus 4. And then right here we've got to bottoms up that 5. And then you would distribute out from there. So it should be 5x squared plus 21x plus 4. All right, and then the last one I'm going to do, I skipped number 8, I think, and I'm going to do number 9. The reason I skipped 8 is it was parallel, and I wanted to make sure I did one that was perpendicular. Remember, that is the perpendicular symbol. Okay, so the first thing you've got to do is get your slope from here. It's going to be a negative 2x, and we don't really care about that. It is 24 over 5, but whatever. The negative 2 is what you care about. So right now your slope is negative 2 over 1. So because it's perpendicular, we're going to flip that, which makes it 1 over 2, and change its sign, which makes it positive. So now we have y equals 1/2 x, and they gave you the new y-intercept as 10, so that's plus 10. And they want us to find the x-intercept. Well, when you find your x-intercept, your y value is 0. So I start here as such. Okay, and then we're going to solve from there. So if I move the, let's say I move the 10 over, that makes it negative. It doesn't matter which one you move. Okay, then to get rid of my fraction, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So x is going to equal negative 20. So your ordered pair is negative 20, 0. So you'll do the same exact thing on problem number 8, except for instead of switching the slope once you get it, you leave it the same because it is parallel.